And we're live. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening is the frequency in use. Alrighty, I've been listening for a while. It didn't sound like it was in use. Sounded pretty quiet. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. My name is Paul, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Nothing here, heard, nothing heard. If you have an emergency, 911 is the number to call, or your brother-in-law, depending on what you're doing. You can, anytime you can break in for putting the dogs here. Break in if you have an emergency. We'll be glad to help you in any way that we can. For information, where was I? Yeah, there we go. For information on this net, you can watch us right now on YouTube. So you can watch the radio that I'm using on the screen. You can see how other stations are heard here. Hear how you're heard here, but you can listen to the voice here as well as on YouTube for those that you can't hear from your location. You can also, by the way, on the YouTube site, you just go to YouTube and put in my call, K4PEW. It'll bring it right up. Love that background noise with the dog I put in there. Or you can see us on our website, 146415.net, 146415.net. Some nice information on Simplex there, or you can go to our groups.io, that's groups.India Oscar, and just do a search for MJSS, and you can join the group, or you can just read what we're all about there. It's got some interesting information here as well. And last but not least, you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. As always, we're on 146.415 FM. And tonight we also have the 10-meter net on 28.415 immediately following the 2-meter. Just as an announcement, we have, I'll just go right into announcements. The announcements, of course, today is Wednesday for these nets, and then tomorrow night there's a Bowling Green net at 7:30. That's a Simplex net done by K4WKU, just a little bit north of Bowling Green. So if you have the ability to get up that far, about 65 miles north of me, you can jump into that net with Steve. He's able to talk to, I can hear me fine, and I can hear Richard fine, and I'm not sure who else you can hear, but give it a try. Also at 8 o'clock tomorrow, the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club's information net is at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, and that's on 147.105, plus offset in a 156.7 PL. Does anybody else have any other? And we don't have a breakfast this Saturday. It's the second and fourth Saturday where we do our coffee and donuts in the park, at least for now. Anybody else have any other announcements or clarifications? All righty, well, let's not forget also, Saturday evening we have the 2-meter net like we're doing now. We also have the 2-meter sideband net, and we've got the 6-meter upper sideband net, and the buy-sell swap and swindle net. All 4 things Saturday. Saturday night's a busy night. And of course, Sunday night is the 7:30 mid-10, which stands for Tennessee, 10-meter net. on the same frequency, 28.415, and we're getting a good response on it as well. 7:30 on Sundays, so make sure to mark your calendar, and if you do join our group, you get the reminders whether you like them or not. All righty, we don't have any more announcements. I don't think, no clarifications. All righty, we have, let's see, this is net number 619. We start from the west tonight. Again, we're coming up in a couple of weeks for the 6th anniversary, which will put us up here, what it is, 630 nets or whatever it is. But it's a lot. And also we do the lightning round check-ins, where the first time around we just go, we want your call, your name, and your location, please. And that's just not for my edification, it's so other people can hear more than just a quick check-in, so they can understand where you are, and not if they can hear you. That dog is annoying. This is a she, by the way. You don't want to bark right in your ear, it'll pierce your eardrums. Anyway, let's start taking check-ins now from the west. Please come now.
November 4, Tango 3 Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg, Antioch.
Hold on, Greg. I got two in there. I got Rick first there out of Ashland City. Kilo November for Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Sound a little scratchy in there, Rick, but it's a good signal, good audio. You're doing fine. Very good. We had Greg, and is that Kilo? Gosh, I forget. Is it Kilo Golf 4?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo.
Yeah, right. I said the wrong second digit in there. Very good. That's Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Good to have you in there, Greg. There's somebody else that was. You weren't on the net last night at Rutherford County, were you?
That wasn't I.
No, that's right. That was Mike. That was Mike. Anyway, I just wanted to talk to him about that as well. But anyway, everyone's welcome to the Rutherford County net. They only do that once a month on the first Tuesday at 7:30. So it's a kind of a rare net. It's only maybe 12 times a year. It's hard to remember even doing that, but we do send out a reminder on it. Anyway, who else is west? Please come in. That was Kilo Delta for Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in Antioch, and the previous one was Rick. Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot in Ashland City. Who else is west?
KM4, YRS, Mike in Belshire.
Very good. How you doing, Mike?
Doing pretty good, Mike.
Shoulder still giving you problems at work?
Yeah, oh yeah. Thomas has told me about the definitely.
Yeah, boy. I don't envy you with those shoulder issues. Whew. I know I still have shoulder issues from that accident, but they're just minor, I don't know what you call them, discomforts.
Yeah, mine is a little more than that, and just trying to. I got to get through 6 more weeks before I can do.
Yeah, well, mine was a little more. I don't want to say complicated in the sense that it busted my scapula, and it didn't ever seem, even though I did all the things I was supposed to do, it still doesn't feel like it's in the right place.
And sometimes it can be rough.
Yeah, so I'll get over it. I got over it this far. It's been nearly 3 years now. Anyway, that was Mike. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He's in Belshire. Who's up next west?
TAW, David, Madison.
That's N5 TAW. How you doing, David?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear it. That's David, N5 November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey in Madison, Exxon Signal. Who else is left west?
KG4, CXC, Kristen Dawson.
Yeah, you must be busy. I don't hear you on the air at all during the day.
Man, I can't even describe it. I'm looking forward to a 4-day weekend, though. I took off Friday, so I'm ready.
Awesome. Yeah, it's. I know the feeling. I've been there, done that. I've had whole weeks maybe more than weeks like that, and it can be with responsible positions come big issues that make you want to pull your hair out.
Definitely. And David, did you do something to your signal? It's stronger tonight. Sounds good. Nope, same as usual. Okay, you're 30 over. Just checking. KG4, CXC.
Yeah, very good. That was Kristen Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else, West?
Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor, Jack, and Donaldson.
All righty, Jack. You're a little low tonight. Are you doing anything different?
No, just a little farther away from the mic, I guess.
All right. You having to sneak up on that mic recently?
Not too much.
Yeah, very good. That's Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor. Yeah, just a little lower than normal. And who else is west? Anybody else west, please come in. All righty. Anybody south, please come in.
Before that, November Yankee, Bill Murfreesboro, no traffic.
Very good. I got you in there, Bill. That's Kilo. I get it right. I missed the first part because it was a double. It is Kilo Mike 4, right?
Correct.
Now, my memory's not as bad as I thought it was. Very good, Bill. That's Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. And I've also that's Bill's in Murfreesboro with Exxon Signal. And also we had Eddie in there, W4, Whiskey 4, Echo, Bravo, X-Ray. Doing all right, Eddie?
Just doing very well. Hope everybody else is surviving this nice weather. And it's supposed to be nicer for the weekend. Just tell everybody to wear your mask. Before yet.
Yeah, that's like I told you, we went out to dinner one day and My wife says, this is recent, a couple of weeks ago, she says, should I wear the mask? I said, no, you look fine. She didn't think it was that funny.
She's probably not listening to you.
Not at the moment. I looked before I started talking. All right, anyway, that was Eddie, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray in Delayville. Who else is south?
Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo, Mark in Nashville.
Ah, very good. The Nashvilleian Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo, and that is Mark. Everything going right over there in Smashville today?
Indeed, just got back from a trip to Florida and Georgia.
Oh, wow. Is it, well, the weather is just as hot in Florida, is it in Georgia, is it not?
Oh, yeah, hot and humid. That part I didn't like. Everything else was great.
Yeah, it can be oppressive in Florida, really. I know I lived there for 37 years. I'm very familiar with the West Coast. And where were you in Florida?
Home coast over on the Atlantic side.
Oh, yeah, that's a neat. So whereabouts?
Well, it's south of Jacksonville, town of Palm Coast.
Oh, yeah, Palm Coast. I swear Palm Coast is one giant development built for retired people.
Yeah, and that's where my brother is. He's retired, and he's got a brand new house. Beautiful.
No, it's a pretty area down there. It really is, because it doesn't have a lot of industry to mess it up.
That's right. Yep, it's just one big residential area. You go to the beach. Mighty fine grub out there, Paul.
Oh yeah, no, it's a nice part of the state. It really is. And the East Coast is a little different with the ocean, because the Atlantic over there, and we got over on the West Coast was the warm, the warm Gulf of Mexico with the red tide rolling up all the time. At least the sharks are over there on the East Coast side. Anyway, that was Mark, Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. He's in East Nashville. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
All right, Larry. You surviving the heat? It's about over.
Yeah, we hanging in there with it.
Yeah, very good. That was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Long time participant here in the net. Who else? And with a great signal always. Except on 2 meters. Wasn't that 2 meters it was messed up? I mean, not 2 meters, but it was, where were we? I couldn't hear you. 2 meters, 70 centimeters. That's where it was, 70 centimeters.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man, that still confusing me. We'll have to try that again next month, or this month, later, but not now. All right, that was Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockville. Yeah, he's got a great signal on 2 meters, and he's got a nice location on 70 centimeters. I couldn't hear him at all, which was weird. Anyway, who is Elsa South?
Kilo India 4 November Delta November.
Ah, very good. The mystery check-in from Reedyville. How you doing, David?
Oh, I'm doing all right, Mr. Paul. How about yourself?
Doing great. Your signal sounds fantastic today.
Okay, very good. That's high power. That's all I got. Pointed right at you.
So that's all you need.
Yeah. Well, anyway, carry on, sir. Appreciate your help last night. Good night. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, very good. You guys had a great night with, I don't know what, 17 or 18 check-ins? I forgot to count.
Yeah, I showed 20, but I didn't hear but about 16. Had about 2 or 3 or 4 relays by other folks, you know.
Oh, I couldn't hear those last few relays. I couldn't hear either.
Yeah, well, sometimes relays come every time that happens, whether you can hear them or not.
Yeah, that's what we need, is just a body of people who choose to check in with relays. They're not real, they're virtual check-ins.
Yeah, that's right, virtual check-in. But that's all right. You write it down and carry on.
Very good. Yeah, a relay and nobody's home. Very good. That was David in Reedyville. Kilo India 4 November Delta November. He is net control usually for the Rutherford County monthly Aries net on Simplex. That's on Tuesday nights. And like I said, if you're a member of our group, you get that reminder every month if you'd like to participate. There are no rules. You don't have to participate, but it's fun anyway. Who else is south?
AG4NTL.
Hey, how you doing, Larry?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. Hey, I've been able to check in on this thing, and I forget it every Saturday night and every Wednesday night. And I was sitting here tonight, and I just thought about it. I thought, I'm going to check in on it tonight.
Sounds good, Larry. Well, like I said, we're the only net I know of that gives you 2 times a week to forget the net.
Yeah, I guess my Alzheimer's is kicking in or something. I don't know what it is, but I've been forgetting it. But I'm glad to be back on here.
Very good, Larry. Yeah, I have actually, even though I've been doing this net for almost 6 years, I have a reminder on my phone, like an alarm clock, that reminds me that the net's coming up in 10 minutes.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea. I think that's what I'll do on mine. Put it on mine.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, really. Is I'm not saying I got Alzheimer's, but I'll just call it dementia. I can't always remember stuff.
Yeah. Let me ask something. Y'all still meeting second Saturday of every month in Mount Juliet on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock?
That's the one, second and fourth Saturdays, which would be not this Saturday, but the following Saturday.
Hey, I'm gonna try to be there then.
That'd be great, Larry. We're glad to have you there. It's always good. The more show up, the more fun we have. Well, very good. That was Larry, and Larry is in. Gosh, Larry, I forgot exactly where you are.
I'm in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I was thinking that was, but I didn't want to guess. Anyway, Murfreesboro, Larry. That's Kilo Golf 4, November Tango Lima. Who else is south?
Kilo 4, Oscar Foxtrot.
Hello, Donnie. Everything well with you?
Everything's fine. Good to hear you on the net tonight. Doing a fine job as always. I'll carry on there. Don't have anything further. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let the rating service be my judge. Whether I do a fine job or not. I make enough mistakes I often wonder when I do this, not often, but it comes up. It's easy to make mistakes. Whether you say something wrong, you forget something, it's so easy to make mistakes when you're on the radio, whether it's the net or it's just on the radio, just messing around. And I think about the people who do this for a living on the radio, or the people who are broadcasters, on television, and they rarely make mistakes. And that's the difference between a professional and an amateur.
Yeah, but they don't have as much fun.
No, I don't think they do, but we do it all for free. Like, we pay for the privilege of doing this. Anyway, that was Donnie. He's here in Hermitage, south of me, about 5 or 6 miles east of Percy Priest. Kilo 4, Oscar, Foxtrot, Oscar. Who else is south? Anyone else south? Moving up to the east, then. Please come on.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, James and Mount Juliet.
Very good, James. I got you in there. I'm pretty sure I heard somebody double with you, and I'm betting it's Richard. But good to have you in there, James. That's James here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India. Who else was in there just now?
Kilo 4, DTZ.
Ah, very good. It wasn't Richard. It was Johnny. Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Tango Zulu. I got that call right, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here was waiting to pull on this double barrel shotgun.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's working for you. Are you still using the same antenna?
Yeah, I can't get no time right now to mess around with mine.
Oh, I understand. I'm just asking. There's no, I don't even push myself to get a better antenna. I mean, or different, or I just no rush. I'm just asking. We don't have any rules. You can check in with anything you want to. Anyway, that was Johnny. Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu. He's over in Inglewood, just northeast Nashville, over there near the side of the river from Opryland. And you sound good tonight, John. Who else is east?
54, Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Alan Lebanon.
All righty, I had a couple in there. I heard Alan in Lebanon and Jimmy, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Jimmy is up towards Lebanon Road, up north of the high school. Sound good, Jim?
Roger, Roger. Thanks for calling. You sound impressive as always.
You embarrassed me because I don't think I sound that impressive. But very good. I appreciate the comments. Alan, what's your call again, please?
M4 JAV.
One more time, because I messed that up.
November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor.
Ah, very good. Because when you said that, I misheard it, and I swear I heard an M. I know it wasn't an M, because I looked at it. That's why I asked you again. Anyway, November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor, because there aren't any M calls in the United States, as you probably know.
No, I don't think so.
No M calls at all. Anyway, that's Alan in Lebanon. That's November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor. Which radio and rig are you on today?
I'm in the truck mobile at the moment, but I did get my antenna out of the tree, and I'll get to test it this weekend.
Oh, fantastic. So everybody's making. I tried to. When I say I don't push people, I like to ask simply because it sounded about the same as last time when you were mobile from my bad memory, but I knew you were working to do something else.
Yeah, my nephew got the antenna out of the tree. It looks good. And it doesn't look like there's any reason for it not to work. And I'll get it tested here in a day or two.
All righty, very good. We're looking forward to hearing even a better signal because you really should be better. I can hear you just fine. Don't misunderstand. But I know from Lebanon, you can usually have a very good. When somebody's got a reasonably good antenna at a good elevation, I can hear them perfectly.
Oh yeah. Well, I get it up for here for too long.
All right, Alan. No problem. No rush. No push. No rules. As long as I can hear you, I'm happy. Anyway, now as we've said, that this is the net and ham radio is essentially for fun. Because if it was for work, I wouldn't want to do it. Okay, I wouldn't want. It's just not. It has to be fun, and to be fun, we like to push each other to do a little better than we're doing. And I've attempted to do. I've done it myself. I pushed myself in some ways too far and spent more money than I thought I'd ever spend on any hobby. So it's just fun. Don't ever get me wrong. I just like to. I know that people who are interested in Simplex generally will work overtime to do better with a better antenna or better elevation. Because even if you get a relatively inexpensive antenna high enough in the air, it'll do great.
Yeah, this is good. I get it back in me and Earl out in Oregon and a couple other guys lived out that way. We used to talk to Simplex on 146, 405 all the time. And it worked really good.
Oh yeah, no. In fact, when I picked 415, I didn't know about 405 because I was a newcomer in well, I still am after 9 years, a newcomer to the area. And Tom, Tom Parker, told me, he says, the other frequency we've been using for years, more or less, on 405. I said, wow, I can't believe I only missed it by 10. And I still, once in a while, I heard people on 405.
Yeah, I've had it years, but I would just picked out a frequency and talk.
Yeah, very good. No, it's all good. It's all good. No, this one kind of, because of the activity we promoted, has kind of become the default simplex for, well, let's just say at least for Wilson County.
I've noticed this frequency on a couple other websites too.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad. I really am glad that people are again, I'll reiterate again, I did this because I wanted to meet more people in the area, and I was new to the area. I wanted to meet more hams, even though I was joined, I'd been to the Wilson Club over in Lebanon, I'd been over to the Nashville Club, and I was a member of both, and I had a good time, but unless hams are getting on the air, what's the point of being a ham?
Exactly. I've been away from it for quite some time, but I'm enjoying getting it back going again.
Oh yeah, well that's what I think is neat about this net is it's become a place for people know that there's going to be people hanging around. There's somebody to talk to usually, and it's a nice place to meet people. Anyway, sound like a dating service here. Well, anyway, that was Alan having the November 4th, Juliet Alpha Victor. Who else is east?
KB4 SFN.
Yeah, actually, I misquoted you. You told me to get off the 415. It's too close to 405.
I think it was the other way around.
No, I don't think there was any discussion about who could be where. But yeah, you're the one that told me about the 405.
Yeah, I was on there, kind of messed up a little bit, y'all. Apologize for that. KB4 SFN.
No, there was no reason to apologize for anything. In fact, I had heard people on 405, and I went down and met them there. I don't remember who it was now. And they were like, "Oh wow, this is great," And then I told them, "Well, we're having a net on 415." I said, that's great too, So I don't know. Anybody can still use 405 if they want to. The problem with 405, only being 10 away, it creates, there's some bleed over. At least to me, there is. I can hear people on 405. I hear the side of their conversation. I can't understand them, but it's anyway. That was Tom, Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November, and he's in Martha, Tennessee. Who else is east? Ah, very good, Stan. Everything going well in Lebanon?
Pretty good. How about not really.
Yeah, going great over here for the moment. Trying to avoid work, but I can't all the time. Between the grass mowing and the fixing stuff and running errands, and I hate wearing a mask, but I do it anyway. You doing all right though?
Yeah, pretty good. I haven't been through with jumps in the back. Hoping that's good. I don't have no other surgery on it.
Another surgery, you say?
I'm hoping the steroid shot fixes it so I don't have to have another one. So when I got the more, get more shots.
Oh, so you don't. Do you do any physical therapy in there?
Yes, I'm doing physical therapy and taking some medicine for it too.
Yeah, boy. Well, let's hope the steroids work and the physical therapy does the trick for you. I know how aggravating that kind of stuff can be. I had some of those problems. I still have them in my lower back, but yeah, some things you just got to live with. Anyway, it was Stan in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Anybody else east?
KG4SF, have you done south?
I did, but you're welcome to jump in there, Charles. You doing all right?
I got a little hot today. Mowing, I'm pretty busy.
Oh, I'll bet. It was hot out there for sure. You didn't get rained on when you mowed?
I got rained on when I first got there, and then it took me 3 hours on one lawn because the grass was so wet. Boy, it poured down.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, no, that sounds like more than a little yard.
It wasn't too big, but the grass was so. It was even hard to weed eat because the grass was so wet.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, wet grass is a pain to mow. I know what you're talking about. Well, very good. That's Charles. And where are you tonight? Are you down in Smyrna?
Yeah, I'm mobile, sitting in my driveway.
Ah, very good. That's Charles, mobile in his car in the driveway. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot. Anybody else east? Anybody else east or north? Anybody north? Wow, we ran out of north. Are there any late check-ins? Okay, I look. There was a couple in there. Who was that? Who was the Romeo station? That's the only thing I heard.
Kilo 4 Quebec Papa Romeo.
Hey, Russell, good to hear you in there. You were checking into the Rutherford net last night.
Yeah, that certainly was. I had what's the 475 was missing from my radio. I had to get the hand talkie on to begin.
Is that what you're doing tonight?
I just have the regular long rubber duck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say your signal is very well. I can hear you fine, but I can tell that it's a relatively low signal. You had to be doing say you knew you were mobile or low power or something.
Yeah, I didn't feel like setting up the big one.
I guess. So you're on the 17-inch antenna on the. Is that a 5-watt radio?
Yes, it is.
No, see, that's awesome. And let's see, you're in Laverne, aren't you?
Yeah. Have you tried one of those tactical antennas?
I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. I know I've got a 17-inch antenna, one of those real tall ones for 2 meters.
It looks like a piece of veneer, like the window blind.
Oh, no, I have. What is it, fold out? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it does. And apparently the 2-foot version does exceptionally well.
Yeah, I've seen those, but I haven't used one. Are they very much money?
I don't think so. I thought it was 25 or something.
Oh, that's about the same price as the other antennas. Huh. How long is that tactical antenna?
I think there's 3 sizes. One's about 19, one's 24, 28, the other's almost 48.
I think you'd have to hold that up from a tree, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they said it looks crazy, but it still talks pretty far.
Oh, I'll bet it does. That's amazing. Anyway, Russell, that's Russell. He's on the handheld. Many of you probably can't hear him. That's Kilo 4 Quebec Papa Romeo, and he was talking about one of those kind of foldable tactical antennas. I don't know what the model is, but I know you can find it on the air. And they're only like 25, 30, 40 bucks, but He's using 5 watts and getting to me just fine from Laverne. Anyway, Russell, good to have you in there. Kilo 4 Quebec Papa Romeo. Who else is east or late chickens or north?
WB0NOO Mobile.
I heard somebody in the mobile, but hold on. We had WB0NOO. Mark, you're in the mobile tonight as well?
Roger. Kind of in right at the county line.
Oh, really? Which county?
Wilson Davidson.
Okay, very good. Yes. Wilson Davidson. You ought to put a wall up there, you know?
Yeah, I'd go for that. I'm into walls anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's Mark in Northwest Wilson Mobile over there near the Wilson County. Where you on 70?
Yeah, just coming up on it.
Okay, very good. That's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar, Oscar Mobile. Great signal mobile, by the way, right there on the Davidson Wilson County line. Who else? I heard somebody else in there.
Kilo Bravo 9, Roger Kilo Mobile, Lebanon on 70, there where Richard lives.
Ah, very good. You must be coming back from. You're not having a meeting tonight over there, are you?
Over at
Ah, okay, I got you. Very good. That's Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Everything going all right over there?
Oh, yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. We just actually driving over there and home.
Yeah, we ought to have another, because we did that once. That's what, 4 years ago maybe. But we ought to do another one of those joint kind of events from WEMA for the Simplexton.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything, yeah, that's true. Probably should get the mobile set up out there and try that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about your trailer. Is that still working? I mean, have you made any additions to the emergency mobile trailer?
Yeah, we're getting DMR because they're putting up some DMR repeaters. So they're adding the DMR and also a portable DMR go box for so that way we have to do a split side or 2 sides at the same time.
Awesome. I forgot to ask you. You guys obviously you have a generator attached to that, don't you?
Yeah, we have a trailer generator. I want to say it's 48,000 watts or something like that.
Awesome. Well, it'd be enough to run the radios, that's for sure.
Well, the reason it's so big is we have lights for overnight and also the AC unit for the tent and there's an AC unit in the command post generator trailer as well.
Yeah, you don't want to be roughing it without air conditioning.
Well, we are volunteers after all.
I understand. I tell you what, it can be brutal if you're out in the woods or anywhere in Tennessee in the summer, or in Florida, because I know in the summer without air conditioning, it can be brutal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the nights, nights usually not too bad, but during the day, absolutely. Yeah, at least it's not like the top of it's nice and reflective. It'd be bad if the trailer was black or something.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, again, you can't take the heat. You got to move to Maine, I guess.
Yeah, well then you deal with snow drifts that you can't get anywhere. That happened to one of my coworkers a few years back. He tried to drive to Maine from Boston and he got about a third of the way and called me and said, "Yeah, you better tell him I'm not going to make it. I don't even know if I can make it back to home." Yeah, boy, it's all bad.
Yeah, I got you. You know, Maine is, I learned recently, Maine is you don't even need a permit for concealed carry, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, there's a few places like that. Now, over here, we don't have concealed. You just need a permit to carry, period, which is a little bit different as well. But, yeah, there's some. I don't know about the concealed part. We know. Anyway, keep it under KK.
Yeah, very good. That's Frankie's Mobile coming back from Lebanon. He lives normally in the northwest part of Wilson. That's Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Frank. I heard Richard in there. You must be mobile as well.
I am. We just leaving Snow White, heading to the house, and just go down holler and say hello and check in.
Is that where you have your meetings at Snow White?
No, we have our supper after the meeting at Snow White.
Oh, you have your post-meeting meeting.
That's right.
Awesome. What do you, I got a walnut milkshake in there the first and only time I was there. They had so many walnuts in it, I thought they were feeding squirrels.
They didn't want you to. think you didn't get your money's worth.
I'm not kidding you. It was like a half a pound of walnuts in it.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, it was good, but it was too. I like walnuts, but not that much.
I hear you. I'm on the handheld in the car with an external antenna. How does it sound?
Oh, you're a good copy in here. I mean, really, I knew you were mobile, but I would. It's on the handheld with what is that the through glass or is that the mag mount?
It's a little mag mount on top of the vehicle. It's not very tall at all.
Yeah, you're still doing about S2 to S3 here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, very good. Got you in there. But anyway, that was Richard. He's mobile eastbound. Or no, I guess no, you'd be westbound going toward the house. Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and that's Richard, Lebanon. Anybody else east? Well, anywhere east or north or late check-in.
I thought it was an early check-in.
Well, you were early for Saturday. How you doing, Ray?
And you talking about people being on the radio. Hey, I've had 2 radios on stand. One here and one in the shop. Forget it. There ain't been nobody on it except the repeater.
I was on there. You know what's funny? I had the first conversation I've had in a couple of years with Herbie this morning for probably an hour.
Where at?
Right here where you're talking to me.
Boy, he sure must be pretty bad to me then. I don't know what I did to it.
I don't think you did anything. He wasn't working today because of the rain on a project he had. And I think he enjoyed just being on the radio because Earl got in there and I got in there and Herbie was there.
I hollered for him all day. So, it ain't a big deal. But I had my own stand. Now, I got up late this morning because I was up at 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh, boy. Hope it was nothing serious.
No, yeah, whatever. Got going with rain, and then the boys out monkeying around, and fuel pump went out on the truck. It's crazy stuff,
In other words, it's always something in your business.
Yeah, and today I got tied into a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, it is what it is.
And your brother's doing okay after getting home from the hospital?
Oh, yeah, he's been home. He's back to work.
Oh, excellent. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it's good to hear. I've heard a couple of people that have overcome, not easily, but relatively easily from the flu.
Well, he's just tired. He's just real tired. And, he said it don't take much to take everything out of him. I said, yeah. And what do you think he's going to do when you come over here Saturday? It's going to beat you to death. Really, do you need to be getting on this right now?
Right. Is Zoe checking in too tonight?
Yeah, she's out roaming around through here somewhere.
All right, very good. That was Ray, KJ4GMR, and Zoe, KJ4HNV in Cottontown. Yep, give Herbie a call, man. I know that he was having a good old time this morning, telling me about his Buick and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you think I got me a pink truck?
Got you a what?
Pink truck.
No, I didn't mention that.
We call it pink truck.
So I don't know anything about a pink truck. I'd get a coat of paint on that pretty quick, though.
Hey, strong in on the pink.
I don't want no pink truck. Anyway, appreciate you being there, Ray and Zoe from Cottontown. Who else is late check-ins? Please come in.
Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee.
Ah, great signal. You sound like you're just down the road there, Ed.
Well, good evening, Paul. Good evening to the group. Listen there. This is Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. Yeah, no, I'm in Shake Rag, and it's been a good day here for me. Before I forget it, I want you to, I'm checking in my wife as well. She's checked in you with me before. It's been a while, but her call is KL4 DMQ. Write that down. I give you one more for your list. But no, we've got a good day up here. I always enjoy coming here at night, checking you out on Wednesday night.
Yeah, very good. Now, your signal is exceptionally good tonight with the audio. I mean, it's about an S4-5 signal, and again, but I think we've had a really good 2-meter propagation recently.
That's probably what it is there, because I'm running the same old stuff I've always had.
Yeah, no, I lied. You're S7. I just looked again.
Well, that's pretty good for about, what, 45 miles or 50 straight line?
Yep, yep. And the curvature of the Earth too.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, there, I'll let you go, and I know there's other people wanting to get in here as well. Good evening, Paul. Thank you for letting me in. Katie for his HUI.
Yeah, very good. I've forgotten your lovely bride's name.
Joanne, Joanne, and one word.
Very good. And we welcome Joanne, Kilo Foxtrot 4 Delta Mike Queen, and Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee, both in Shake Rag near Shelbyville. Anybody else late checking?
W3JCH.
Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie, Hotel, and I believe that's Jason.
Justin, you were very close.
I hate when I'm wrong. I think I confused myself. There was a check-in last night on the Rutherford County net, and his name was Jason. And I couldn't for the life of me. I said, no, I don't think I've ever heard that guy on the air before. And I had, and that messed me up. Anyway, Justin, good to have you in there. And you're, again, where are you?
I'm out here sitting in the mobile unit in our driveway in Gallatin, Tennessee, also with my living drive.
Ah, very good. Yeah, Gallatin's an easy trip for, because you've got usually you have a pretty good elevation in Gallatin, don't you?
You know, I think that I'm just sitting in a pretty good spot. It's got a good site where you're translating because I can hear you really nicely. And anywhere else we try to ride around, we can't pick it up.
Ah, yeah. Well, I'll have to look on Gallatin again. I don't think I have recently, but there's some locations as you go north, that are higher than here. One of them is not Hendersonville along the river, or in Gallatin, closer to the river. Of course, I don't think that's Gallatin at that point, but what I'm saying is the farther you go north, the higher it seems to get in Tennessee.
Yeah, we're right at an airport road in Hartsville Pike.
Very good. I'll take a gander on the thing there with the elevation. I just love to see what that is. Yeah, well, I think I mentioned to you, first time I'd really driven around Gallatin a couple of weeks ago, and I was stunned by, well, number one, by the growth, and number two, by how really wide open compared to Mount Juliet.
Oh, yeah, compared to Mount Juliet, that's a little trip we like to make almost every day. They're building a new Facebook data center up here in the industrial park. It's a fast operation.
It's a Facebook data center?
That's copy, yes. It's going to be a Facebook data center about right at 1 million square feet, full of servers, from my understanding.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I did some work. I worked in commercial industrial air conditioning. We did several data centers, and what they did, they'll just take a warehouse kind of office building and turn it into a giant, just server center for, even contract servers would go into some of these. You and I could have a server and rent the space on the floor and tie into their internet and have fun. I mean, it's a kind of an interesting concept. You have 100,000, or like in your case, you say 1 million square feet.
That's a copy. It's right out right where Beretta U.S. campus is. They just started construction. They've got, all kinds of equipment. They are moving a lot of dirt. But yes, we're right at the 1 million square feet. And yeah, it'll be all services, like you said. I'm sure that there's space for lease. But yeah, it's just Facebook trying to keep up with all the traffic going through the web these days.
Yeah, I read somewhere, I forget the numbers now, but and I'll have to look that up again. But they say that internet servers and mainframes will consume something like, forgive me for not knowing the numbers, but it was an astounding number. It was like 15 or 20% of the nation's energy.
That's a copy, and that's the whole thing. Bandwidth is what it takes, and bandwidth takes a lot of energy. It's all set up. You were talking about the HVAC side. You get the service cold. That's part of it as well.
Oh yeah, no, I know it. There's a lot of money that goes into cooling, service, and where I lived for a while, well, near my hometown of Niagara Falls, Yahoo has a server farm for one of their co-locations or whatever they call it. And they put it on just a little ways off of the Lake Ontario there, up the north side of Western New York. And they put it there because it doesn't need any air conditioning. It's all just regular air cooled from the outside.
That makes sense. That's actually pretty cool too, and pretty creative too. I imagine it saves a lot of money going around.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm telling you, it's amazing how big in just about 30 years now of the internet. It's like overtaken all the other industries because it's so important. Anyway, we got Justin and Gallatin, Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie Hotel. Any other late check-ins? All righty, no more late check-ins. Good enough. We had a grand total of 30 today, which is a good number. I'm actually still astounded every time we talk about this, but having 30 check-ins, it's lower than we've had recently. We had 34, 35, but on any given night, lots of people have things to do, so it's not a big deal. We don't have rules. I'm excited that we have 30 people show up, especially when you consider it's twice a week. They have that many people checking in between the other nets. I think we counted between the 3 nets or 4 nets we did on this past Saturday. I think we had 45 total check-ins, on the 4 different things we did, the 7. Well, on all the nets we did, it was like 40 total check-ins or 45 or something. But anyway, 30 check-ins, and we're going to move over to 28.415, and everybody's ready to go to 28.415 upper sideband. Any questions about that? Very good, and that's where I'm going, 28.415. Appreciate all the check-ins on 2 meters. Everybody have a great night, and if you can't get on 10 meters, we'll see you on Saturday night. Key 4 PEW, moving over to 28.415. All right, this is Kilo 4, Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Taking check-ins now for, let's see, we're going from the west. Please come down.
KM4 YRF, Mike in Belshire.
Very good, Mike. Signal sounds great. How copy on me, please?
You're doing good, Paul. Come back, let me see.
All right, very good. 5, 4, 3, 1.
S9.
Excellent. All right, very good. That was Mike, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else west? Please come in. Well, I only caught one clearly at that because it was a double or triple, but it was Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo, and it was Chris and Donaldson. Who else was in Donaldson? Did I hear Jack in there? Is anybody hearing anything else in there?
It might have been Rick, Paul.
Okay. Try it again, Rick. I'm not hearing a thing. Was that you, Chris, calling again? Charlie Victor Echo? Or is that Charlie Victor Echo down in down south here? Is that you? Yeah, very good. Yeah, your signal is pretty low. Well, I can just barely. If I was in headset, I'd be a lot better off. But yeah, very good. I do have in the CVE, Charlie Victor Echo. Very good. Kilo Golf 4. Get that right. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. And that's David. Who else? Where was I? West.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Very good. You sound booming in there, Jack.
Thank you.
Who else is west? That was Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Anybody else west? Anybody hear anything west? Then we're pushing to the south then. Please come now.
Whiskey 0, Golf Zulu Romeo.
You're south of what? Mark? No, I got you in there. But you actually would be west. You don't have to wait for south. Yo, Mark.
You looking for GZR?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in Nashville.
No, I know you are. I was just saying that you're west of me, but you're coming in. Not that it matters. I mean, it just throws me for a loop when people do that. I say west, and then they come in on the south side. I guess you think you're on the south side of what? The Cumberland?
Heck, I don't know where I am. I've never been able to figure things out here. I am south of Interstate 40, so that's what I figured.
Oh yeah, well it doesn't matter really. I'm making it funny about that, but yeah, anything west of Wilson, and yeah, technically we've made the cutoff at 40 going south, but like for south of 40, but it gets a little confusing because when you get 40 over to Nashville, it's still west of me, but 40 dips very low down there, on the south end of Nashville.
Yeah, right. As always, and I hear other people, I could go west or south, I reckon.
Well, truthfully, it doesn't matter. Well, very good. Anyway, that's Mark. He's a Nashvilleian, the Whiskey Oscar Golf Zulu Romeo, Whiskey Zero, excuse me, Golf Zulu Romeo. That's Mark. Who else is south or west? Hey, you sound good tonight, Rick. Were you trying earlier? Okay, very good. We heard a weak signal and we thought it might be you, but once you're in there now, I know it wasn't. It was Rick, Ashland City with a good signal, Kilo Mike 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Anybody else west or south? Please come up.
Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar.
All right, got you in there, Donnie and Hermitage, south of me. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar, good signal. Are you copying everybody tonight?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm trying out a vertical antenna. I usually don't have any good luck on it, but I've heard everybody so far.
Well, before on 10 meters, weren't you on your horizontal, your wire?
I'm on the vertical. I'm on that BTV.
No, I mean before on 10 meters, weren't you on a horizontal?
Yeah, I was on a horizontal. I was on a dipole before, yeah.
Okay, that's what I was remembering. That's why your signal was better than I remembered it. That's why, with the verticals working out great for you.
Well, great. Glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Good audio, good signal. Everything's great. Anyway, there's Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar, trying something a little different. It's working out great with a vertical. Who else is south? And south or east?
54, my Kilo 4 Foxtrot.
You sound great, Jimmy. You sound really good. Using the same antenna you've had all along?
I'm on the hex beam.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It is the hex beam. I keep forgetting that the hex. And that hex beam is what, 10 through 40?
No, that's 6 through 20. I was going to use the vertical, but when I was tuning up, as well, I've actually got the amp on. I probably should have turned that off. Anyway, when I was tuning up the amp, the SWR all of a sudden went nuts at about when the peak of the wattage was coming up. It went nuts at about the peak of the wattage, so I switched over to the hex beam.
I got you. Anyway, that's Jimmy. They're in northeast Wilson, northeast. What do you call it? Mount Juliet, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Who else in east, south, or east? All right, got 2 in there. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot November, Tom, and we got Johnny Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu. You sound good, Johnny.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. That's Johnny there in Inglewood, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu. And Tom, did I get your call right? Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Yeah, it's Kilo Bravo 4. There you go. I did have it wrong. Anyway, that's Tom in Martha, Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Who else is southeast or north? Is anybody else?
Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra Paul, North Mount Juliet.
Ah, very good, Paul. Got you in there. You sound good. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. Remind me which antenna you're using on 10 meters.
I'm using a 43-foot vertical.
Oh, fantastic. And with a tuner? I mean, you have an external tuner, obviously?
I usually do, but on 10 meters, the tuner and the FT450 seems to do just fine. It's actually sort of resonant here.
Ah, very good. Yeah, obviously, any antenna is a compromise, but obviously a 43-footer is going to work pretty good on 10 meters.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It works okay.
Cool. Anyway, it was Paul, Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra on a 43-foot vertical here in Mount Juliet. Anybody else north, south, east, or west?
WD0NLO, Mark in Northwest Wilson.
Very good, Mark. Sound good. I take it you were able to hear KC9 ETS very well.
Not very well.
Really, from your location?
On a off-center fed dipole.
Off-center fed dipole. Yeah, it's interesting how, well, he's on a vertical and you're on a horizontal. How's my copy to you compared to him? I mean, is my signal that much better than the other Paul?
Over here, yes.
Okay, very good. It's curious. It's all relative, of course. Huh, that's interesting. You must be in an awkward location for him then, where he is. Paul, where, tell me again where you are in Mount Juliet.
Benders, Berry, and Mays Chapel. Hold on one second. Let me switch to dipole, see if it works better for him.
All right, he's going to switch to a dipole, Mark, see what happens.
You're allowed to play it now. Yep, I guess two dipoles talking to each other is the way to do it.
You know what, Mark? I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, when I switch to the dipole, I can barely hear you, Paul. But you're over at 9 on the vertical, and he's in the 9 when I'm on the dipole.
Wow, talk about a really, really dramatic difference between horizontal and vertical. I've never heard one that dramatic, being we're so close.
I can hear it, Paul.
On the vertical and the horizontal?
Yes, folks.
Well, shut up. Yeah, maybe I'm too close.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't really ring well in my ears, but very good, Mark, and very good, Paul. That was a little bit of a lesson there. Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar, Mark in Northwest Wilson, and Paul in he's KC9 ETS here in Mount Juliet. Is anybody else north, south, east, or west? Any other check-ins? All right, this is K4 PEW. I probably don't say that enough, but we'll start at the bottom. Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar in Mount Juliet, and Paul, Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra. Also, well, Mark was in Northwest Wilson next to me. Paul in Mount Juliet, Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Foxtrot November. Tom and Martha, Kilo Delta 4, Delta Tango Zulu. Johnny in Inglewood, and Jimmy, Whiskey 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot here in Mount Juliet, northeast part. Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar in Hermitage, south of me. Rick, Kilo Mike 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot in Ashland City, probably the farthest one out, at least for tonight's net. Mark, Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. He's in Nashvilleian in East Nashville, or Southeast Nashville, I guess. And Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor in Donaldson. And we had Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie Victor Echo, also in Donaldson. No, the Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo in Donaldson. And we had David, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Smyrna. That's what it was. Nope. No, it's Greg. Dang it. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in Smyrna. Boy, oh boy. Sorry about that, Greg. Anyway, Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, and Michael KG4 KM4 YRF. That's Michael in Belshire, and me K4 PEW in wherever I am, Mount Juliet. And that was 13 check-ins. It was a reasonably good night. Appreciate everybody being there. Catch you later. K4 PEW. Have a great night.
KC9 ETS. KC9 ETS. Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Thank you, Paul. Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Roger, Roger. I believe your name is Paul, right? My name's Jimmy. Yes, sir, Jimmy. I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about your vertical.